music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Queen of the South. It's a season 3, episode 3. It was a really good episode. Y'all know this is one of my favorite shows. Why am I singing? I don't fucking know, because it is 1:30 in the morning and I got a little bit of energy or whatnot. So let's get into this review. Today's lipstick is the same lipstick I had on yesterday. It is Baja 5 by Kat Von D. Bun is real messy. You know what I'm saying? I got the same dress I had on at work earlier today. It's some things, okay? If you have not done so already, do not forget to subscribe to my channel, because if you're here, you've probably been back a whole bunch of times. So just go ahead and subscribe, and then after you subscribe, go ahead and hit that little notification bell, because it will let you know when I have new videos up. Thank you very kindly. So we see in this episode, Pote is waking up, okay? He's waking up out of his little damn near dying, damn near getting killed, okay? They almost took him out, and I'm like, look, if you take Pote out, I'll be very upset. Like, it's too, you can't kill Pote like that. Just, I mean, you can kill James, you can kill Camilla, you can kill Agent Lawyer, you can kill Cortez, you can kill everybody else. Just don't kill Pote. You can kill Teresa. You can't kill Teresa. You can't. But I'm just saying, like, I would have been very upset if they would have let him die. However, he has been passed out for 2 days, kind of healing up or whatever. Well, not passed. He's, been in and out of consciousness or whatever for 2 days, and he's finally waking up. And Trace is right there next to him. No, Teresita is right there next to him, and his hand is all bandaged up. He's a little bit broken and bittered and bruised or whatever, and he keeps looking at his hand, because it's his shooting hand, and he's like, oh, this is some bullshit. So he get up, he realized, okay, why the fuck is James? Like, James isn't here for real. He wants to kill James. He don't like James, because the last time he saw James shot at Teresa. So she's like, it's okay, he's with us now. Like, you need to get your rest, to heal up or whatever, because you're no good to me if you're, not healed or whatnot. And so he like, look, James, if your ass double cross us again, if you, betray us again, I'm gonna gut your ass like a fish. I said, well, okay, Pote. He don't play no game, plays Teresita. And so she's like, look, don't worry about it. I just need you to trust him. Just trust me, because he's okay. Again, get some rest. Lay your head down. Lay your head on my pillow and just relax. So that whole thing happened. We then see Camilla, and she is talking to Cortez. Now, all she wants is Teresa. That is all she wants is Teresa. And Cortez is like, look, we can't fight Rocco right now. That's his island. We need to let it go. Because she like, look, I need you to go to Malta to get Teresa from Rocco. He like, we can't do that. He like, you need to focus on one thing right now. Like, focus on Boaz, because Boaz is your enemy right now. She's like, you don't tell me who my... I just left my other light down. I'm like, why does it seem dark on this app? Because the lamp isn't on. Anyway, so she's like, you don't tell me who my enemies are right now, whatever. I pick who my enemies are. No, you technically, your enemies pick who they want to be in your life, and you have to just deal with it. But it is what it is. So she's like, Teresa's like a stray dog in the street. That I need to just run her ass over. And then it is a stray dog, like, sitting on the corner, just sitting at the dock of the bay. And she's looking at that like, that's Teresa. I need to kill that stray dog. Okay, whatever. And Cortez like, look, you can't underestimate Boaz. Like, you worry about everything else, but like, he is also a threat too. And she kind of just like, she's just not listening. Which is funny, because I'm like, you are in full cooperation with Boaz selling heroin behind Camilla's back. So I'm like, what side are you trying to play here? I'm just not sure. We do see Teresa, and she meets with Rocco. Okay, now Rocco, he's a character. Okay, he is just. I think he is not what he seems to be, and she's meeting with him to basically line her money. Now he said a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. He went through a whole explanations about bitcoins and all these ways that they can transfer money without it being laundered through like a business or whatever. It can be laundered through the internet and it's all digitized. So they said a whole bunch, like, you put $3 million and then we spread it out against like thousands of accounts, and then the money is basically untraceable because little bits of it is put in all these different accounts. And she's like, yeah, but how do I like get all my money or whatever? Oh, what's on this hard drive? And if you need to take money off, you put in like a 52 character password and you can get like cash that way. Or you can just put all your money on this hard drive and take it wherever, and it's still your money. It was a bunch, like I said, it was some mumbo I understood it, but it was still mumbo jumbo. Okay, so we then see, she says, for example, she's okay, I want to transfer $3 million. She's trying to pay Santos, El Santo, no, El Santo. So they put $3 million in these account things, and then when she put her code in, hit enter, it was sent digitally to him in Ecuador or wherever he is. I don't know why I said Ecuador. In whatever country he is, and he gets it instantly. And he's like, see, it's very, very quick, it's very efficient, and again, you don't have to worry about if you have your men taking $3 million in cash somewhere, and let's say they get pulled over by some police, if they get robbed or whatever. This is totally, absolutely safe, and then of course it's foolproof. So I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, it seemed like it worked, but I'm like, I just would not want my money sitting somewhere in the digital world, because they did ask the question, like, what happens if the system shuts down? Like, how's that, what happens? Oh, we have these different fail safes, and if this happened, this, all these things. Okay, like I said, a lot of mumbo jumbo. So we then see, after this whole thing is done, and she agrees to, have him handle her money. He's like, you're going to be huge, and you're going to be so huge in Europe, but never screw me. Never screw me over, because I'm the only one that does screwing in my world. And I'm like, when he said that, I said, first of all, that means he's a rapist. Okay? Because when he said it was real raper-ish. And second of all, when someone warns you, don't cross them, it kind of means they want you to, and they want the fight, is what I got from that. And Teresa's a fighter. So from then, we do see Teresa notices the women. They're in a club or whatever, his club, Rocco's club. Teresa's there, Pote's there, James is there, and she's looking around, and you see one girl like really, really, like drunk or whatever, and he like, don't worry about that. He's like, is she okay? He's like, don't worry about that. She just, can't handle her liquor or whatever. Bring another girl. So they literally take one girl away stumbling, and they bring back another girl dressed just like her, and it's like a replacement. And she's like, and then she sees on the girl's back that she has like cuts and bruises on her back. So of course it's, sums up with the women. So when she go to the bathroom, when she said she's going to the bathroom, she sees one of the guards beating the girl up, and she's like, oh, this is some shit. So the guard lead the girl up there beating up or whatever, and the girl say, yeah, he keeps us here like sex slaves. You know what I'm saying? We're basically slaves. We can't do anything. He cuts us. He cuts us and then gives us drugs to make it better or whatever. But it's horrible. And she like look behind the curtain, and sure enough, it's other girls all drugged up, all looking this tired. They tired. Honey is tired. So she's like, crap, they sex slaves. You know what I'm saying? He cutting on them, and the girl's like, help us, because if he finds out, if you even know about this, who knows what he'll do. She's like, matter of fact, never mind, don't worry about it. She's like, no, just leave it. And I'm like, okay, it's a whole nother game plan that Teresa's getting in her head. So from there, we do see Camilla talking to agent lawyer, who was Charles from the Have and Have Nots. Now look, I'm confused on this, because they're talking and she wants his help to bring in Teresa, but I'm confused. I'm looking like he at one point was after Camilla. So why are you working with Camilla to catch Teresa when Camilla is worse than Teresa is? And you knew that because you were trying to arrest her the whole damn time. It's just weird to me that Camilla's like, we can bring her in. As a matter of fact, not even me. You can be the one to bring her in, because again, he is trying to get his job back. So she's feeding him information so that he hopes he can get his job back. So she's like, all I want, if you can bring her in, I just want you to, bring her back to the country to stand trial or to be held accountable for her actions. Because like, I'm not going to help you kill her. That ain't what I'm going to do. And she's like, well, no, I just bring her back to Mexico. Just bring her back to Mexico. I just want to be able to visit her in prison whenever I want to, so I can walk in there and smile on my face and see how pathetic her life is, how miserable she is. So I'm looking like, well, that's kind of crazy. But, it is what it is. And then, but again, I'm like, he know Camilla's a murderer and a drug dealer. So why you making? It's like, are you making a deal with the devil? Because you assume Teresa's worse, or are you so desperate to get your job back? You're willing to sign a devil. You're willing to work with the devil just to get your job back. So I'm looking like, Camilla, he know damn well Camilla is worse than Teresa. It's just the crazy part. But you know what I'm saying? He like, well, okay, well, how can we do this? I'm looking like, well, here he go, this bullshit. Here he go listening. Man, look, go sit down somewhere, agent lawyer. We do see Teresa who wants to save these girls. You know what I'm saying? She's having a conversation with James and also with Pote. And they like, look, we don't think you should do this. You know what I'm saying? We got a good thing going here. It took us months to get situated here in Europe. If we leave here, you're going to burn all this shit to the ground. And then, you know what I'm saying, she tells James, those girls are who I was when you met me. Because again, remember, she was being forced to be a drug mule when he first met her. And of course, she was basically kidnapped. She was basically a slave. She was basically a prisoner. And so she's like, they are me. And I think they might be worse off because he's using them as sex slaves, and he's literally cutting on these girls. So she's like, I told y'all before, I have to do things different now for business. And he like, I don't even think this business, like, this isn't business stuff. So James and Pote both have the same opinion that they probably should not do this now. That like, maybe we should like be here for a little while, slowly take our money out the bank, try to slowly help the girls. But I don't think we should just out the blue do this move real quick, real fast, and in a hurry. She even calls in George to do with the boat, the crazy white dude, and to help her with the job to get these girls from Rocco. So they have a whole little plan, to get the girls on this boat and sail away in this whole little Gilligan's Island situation or whatever. So when they packing things up to go, George kind of like pulls to the side. They have a little sad conversation. He like, look, I get what you want to do. I get that. However, I need to let you know what you're really in store for. Like, I need to let you know who he really is. She's like, okay, what's going on? He says, I worked with him, years ago. It was a little situation to where I had to like work with him or whatever. He says like he was basically an enforcer with the mafia. He got off on torturing and killing people or whatever. She's like, he said, he crucified people, women and children. He has a thirst for blood. And he was like, he's a spider, and you're basically walking right into this web. So she's like, why didn't you tell me this before? He like, I just, I had to be sure that you knew what you was getting yourself into before you did it. And she's like, well, you know why I'm doing it. He said, I know why you're doing it, but I'm giving you this information to see if you want to still go through with it, because you're doing it for a really great reason. However, he just isn't the person that you should want to have on your bad side, because again, he's sadistic. And he's like, and these are the odds that's going to be against you if you go against him. So she's like, well, you know what? I want to still rescue them. So I'm like, okay, if you say so. So they then have like a getaway boat loaded up so that they can get the girls and like get off the island and everything. They clean out the safe house or whatever, as if Teresa wasn't ever there. And now Teresa, Pote, and James are going to the bank to take her money out, because she had put like $20 million in there. So it's like she gonna get her money out, and then right after she got her money out, George and them is gonna take the girls. Okay, that's the whole plan, because the girls are being moved to be sold as sex slaves, so they're gonna try to intercept them being moved and being sold. So she then says like, I'm gonna take out $19 million out of my account. I'm gonna leave $1 million, for the girls I'm taking. He like, $1 million for 10 girls. She's like, they're worth it. I'm like, that's like $100,000 each. It is. But I'm like, if you give him $1 million, he'll buy more girls with $1 million. He can buy 1 million girls with $1 million. This is a lot. So they get to the bank, because he's left now, so he's gone. Because they planned it they had to do it when he wasn't there. So they see him leave, so he leaves, so he gone. They see the girls being moved elsewhere, so then this James, damn it. The girls are being moved separately. So George knows where the girls are, and it's that whole situation. So when James, Pote, and Teresa went to the bank, and she went to tell, like, I want to take out $19 million on my account, and they're like, well, all your cash isn't at this particular bank. Okay, cool. I'll take my hard drive. Now again, if she want to take money out, you put your whole code in, and you get your money. But if not, you can put your code in, and you get a hard drive with all your money on it, and you can move it where you see fit. So the bank girl say, let me make a phone call. She calls Rocco, like, hey, Teresa's here. She wants to take out basically most of her money. Like, well, how much is she leaving? She's like, well, she's leaving $1 million. Like, you know what? I'm saying? This is her theatrical antics. I have to break her of that, but just give her a hard drive. It's fine. It's whatever. Cool. So we then see, as she's going to get her hard drive, George calls. He's like, look, the girls are being moved sooner than later. Like, we're going to lose this opportunity. We might not be able to do both. And she's like, well, I haven't got my money yet. He like, well, we don't have a time, and I don't think you want to be stuck in a bank with no exit, and I don't think we want to be stuck with them girls somewhere we can't get out. So she says, take the girls. I'm looking like, here she go. She just make all the different decisions. We see a short scene with Camilla, her daughter's fiance, and them, and whatever. And you see they're at like a little dance rehearsal, whatever, to practice for the first dance. And you see they're not doing good. So then she says to her mom, hey, my mom was a really good dancer. Hey, Cortez, you and my mom should dance together to show us how to do it. And then Camilla's like, what the fuck is she doing? So after they dance or whatever, she's like, why would you have me dance with someone that we don't trust? She said, well, you said that we need him, so the closer he is, the better off we'll be. And she's like, yeah, but sometimes you have to be very discreet. You have to use discretion when dealing with, men or whatever. She says, oh, well, Mom, teach me. I'm like, look, Isabella, I'm like, is she being groomed to be the next Camilla? Like, I'm confused on where her character is going so far. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's just, I don't know. And I feel like something's coming. I just don't know what. And I'm just kind of waiting on it or whatever. So at that point in time, we do see Boaz and Cortez walking and talking and laughing. So when they're walking and talking and laughing because Boaz is saying to Cortez, yeah, let's keep selling this heroin because we're making money hand over fist. And Camilla don't know, and neither does the Colombians. So we basically just see that whole thing. And then when Camilla walks up, she's like, oh, yeah, y'all real buddy or whatever. They're like, yeah, we're guys, and guys can bury the hatchet. But anyway, I have to leave. This is Boaz. I have to leave to go meet with the Colombians. And she's like, oh, I wonder when that meeting got set up. And then Cortez like, yeah, I wonder too. But Cortez is playing both sides because he's literally in bed with Boaz. He's literally in bed with Camilla. But he plays the both of them as if he's working. It's just he is a master manipulator, and I'm like, neither one of them even see it, and it's kind of crazy. But anyway, back in in Teresa world, we see Teresa's waiting for her money to like transfer to this hard drive thing, because once she put her code in, they had to like load all the money on there from all the other accounts. So we see Pote and James in the front because they can go back there with her, and they're having a conversation. James like, look, I know you pissed off. He said, I never betrayed Teresa. He's like, technically, I just stayed loyal to Camilla. And I mean, technically, that's true. He was a worker for Camilla, and so he just stayed loyal to who he was down with in the first place, and he didn't switch things. So I'm like, he didn't betray her. He didn't join her quick enough. I'll say that. So he's saying, Teresa trusts me, so you should trust her by trusting me. It's another damn net. Ugh. Anyway, I think there's only like 2 left because I've murdered all the other ones. Anyway, Pote then tells the story, and the story to me was amazing. He said, I'm like, where did it go? It flew somewhere. He said, of course my screen would go dark. Un momento, por favor. See, this is what happens when you have your notes written down somewhere and then they go away and you be like, no, and now they're back. I just got it. Oh my god. Anyway, where are we at? I have to get back to it. Okay, so Pote was saying to James, okay, you said I should trust you, whatever. My parents let my brother get a weasel as a pet as a kid. Okay, my brother had a pet weasel. He loved the damn weasel. He treated it like a pet, like a dog. He would sleep with it, wash it, all these things. Like it was his full weasel pet. Until one night he slept with the weasel too. But one time he would always sleep with his weasel because it was his pet weasel. It was my brother's pet weasel. Until one day the pet weasel, while my brother was sleeping, clawed his eyes out. I said, well, God damn it. He said he clawed my brother's eyes out, and it was the weasel turned on him. And I was like, well, that's a message. That's a clear message. And then he's like, oh, that's a horrible thing to happen. He's like, yeah, especially for the weasel. Meaning, you are the weasel in this situation. And if you claw out Teresa's eyes, I'm going to murder your ass. I'm gonna kick your ass dead. And I'm like, well, you know what I'm saying? At least he's honest. Anyway, from there, we see that George and them taking the girls. They shoot, and it's a whole little shoot. I'm like, oh my God, people gonna die. What's gonna go on here? So they somewhere shooting. You then see someone calling Rocco to say, hey, we're under attack. Someone's getting girls. It's some white dude and some Somalians. And he like, why would someone have black pirates, you know what I'm saying, attacking the girl? He like, oh, it's Teresa. He then says, we have to get back to the bank. But while he's doing this, he was there in this room cutting the girls. He was with a girl, had her lay down on her stomach, and he was cutting her back up like with a whole little surgical knife or whatever. And when he's doing that, it was another girl soldier standing there watching him do it. I'm like, if he got y'all as soldiers, can't y'all kill him? Can't y'all band together as soldiers, such as soldiers, and just kill his ass? I'm like, look, I can't be a sister soldier, female soldier, and see a man cutting on girls, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let him do that, and I'm gonna stay here, and I'm gonna be the one to protect him. No, I'm gonna slit his goddamn throat. That's what I would have done, but you know what I'm saying? We neither here nor there. So at this point in time, that whole thing's happening. So the in the bank, you see everyone's phones going off. All the workers' phones are going off. And then James and Pote looking around like, okay, everyone's stuff is going off. Okay, all these phones are going off. And then they realize they're locking the doors, locking the windows, locking them in the bank, because lock the bank down. Teresa is in the bank vault, and the girl she in there with, she locks the vault door too. And she's like, what are you doing? She's like, I don't know, but something's going on, so give me the hard drive back. She's like, I ain't giving you shit. No, you can't have my hard drive back. Now it's a full-fledged fight. Okay? And the girl got a knife. Her and Teresa are fighting for their life or whatever. She fighting Shira. Teresa was fighting a girl, and that lady did look like Shira. So, fight. She fighting for her life to keep her dang hard drive. And then the lobby, you have James and Pote shooting at the other people in the bank who had guns. But Pote is forgetting one of his hands is broken. He's shooting good with one hand, but his other hand is messed up. But he forgets that, and then he has both his guns. Bow, bow, bow. But that one hand is messed up. Ah, crap. And this hand is hurting, so he can't shoot with two guns as he used to be able to. So he's having to realize that James is shooting. So it's a whole shootout. It's a shootout in the lobby. It's a fist fight, knife fight in the vault. So Teresa wins her fight, okay, because she flips the girl over and knocks her head onto the table and breaks her neck. So you know what I'm saying? Her ass is dead. And then James remembers that Rocco said if there's ever any issue, there is a air pressure oxygen taker awayer. I know that's not even normal, but it's a thing where if it goes off, all the oxygen is sucked out the room and no one can breathe. So if someone tries to rob the place, you can't breathe, so you're gonna die. So he's like, we have to set that thing off. We can't. We won't be able to breathe. James brought oxygen masks for them to have if it went off. So they knocked the thing off. So all the people in there dropping like flies. Just drop them because they can't breathe or whatever. Teresa then remembers to get out. The lady had to use her retina scans to open or lock the door. So she picks the dead lady up and holds her head up with the little thing, and then reads her eyes, and then it lets her out. And then they get away. They get away or whatever. And I'm like, okay, you was really smart. I hate when I can feel it. James is smart because one, he brought the oxygen mask, and two, they all get away, and she gets away with her hard drive. So So we then see George calling like, look, the police got our boat. We were supposed to escape on our boat, but some kind of way the police seized it. Oh my, that's my tattoo. Some kind of way the police seized it, so they can't do that. So I'm like, well, damn, how did the police seize it? They're like, well, Rocco has, a hand with the police or whatever. So James said, well, I saw a airfield, an airstrip or whatever, about 2 miles down the road. We can go there and try to see if we can get a plane to get off the island. I'm looking like, y'all got the best luck if a plane is there for y'all to use, because who can find a damn plane? At this point in time, we see Camilla talking to an agent lawyer, and we find out how the police got to George's boat. She used that book. Now I'm going crazy, y'all. She used that book to give him information to find George's boats over in Malta. And so the police got to his boats based on information the agent lawyer gave them that he got from Camilla. So she set that all up. So he tells Camilla, yeah, they got the boat. They got about $7 million in cash, but Teresa wasn't there. She's like, damn it, you know what I'm saying? How can she not be there? She then calls Rocco, like, yeah, I bet you know now that girl is a damn nuisance. And you want to take me up on my offer. And he's like, it's okay. The girl she took from me, I keep track of my merchandise so they won't get fired. He has tracking devices in all the girls. And I'm looking like, well, damn it, man. How does that even, I'm like, okay, that's crazy. So she said, well, I know this. I know Teresa. If you find them girls, she going to be with them. So, you know what I'm saying? Find them. Wait, am I just going crazy? Or did I not kill the damn? Maybe I did not kill the net. Because it's like buzzing near me and it's driving me fuck crazy. Anyway, so Teresa gets to the airfield. Pote and them at the airfield. George and right up with the girls, and they're like, woo, yeah, let's go. But again, Rocco like, okay, the girls are here because their tracking devices are going off and they're at the little airfield. Okay, cool. They pulled them to the damn airfield. It's a pilot who says, you ain't supposed to be here. She's like, look, I'll give you $200,000 if you fly us wherever. And then Pote say, or you can die. Choice. You want $200,000 or you want to die? He like, you know what? I'll take the money. And then they all are about to go on the plane. And the girl says, they had tracking devices in us, but we all took them off. But we don't know if we got them off in time for him not to know where we are. At the same time, here come Rocco pulling up. And it's a whole little close call. But George had a rocket launcher. And he took the rocket launcher. And he, of course, shot it at their car, which caused them to be able to, stop or whatever. And it gave them time to get on the plane to be started, and the plane to take off. So now Teresa, George, James, Pote, and these 10 slave working girls is on this plane leaving Europe, going elsewhere. And I'm like, no, this is some shit. Okay, this is a lot to be going on. He then calls her and he says, how does it feel to be all alone now? You know what I'm saying? You went against me and now you have no one. The girls you took will be replaced tomorrow. So I hope it was all worth it. You know what I'm saying? He was like, if I ever see you again, you're going to be screaming and, you're going to be screaming and dying or whatever. So good luck. And then, he hangs up. And then her future all in white self says, okay, you saved your soul, but was it worth it? Because you did this, but in hindsight, he just gonna get more girls. So you did say these 10, but now the next ones might have it even worse, and now you have someone who's against you. That's not smart. Not smart at all. And then the end of the scene, we see Camilla in a car, like, why is there so much traffic? And she see, they said, oh, someone hit an animal, and she see that stray dog that she saw sit on the corner with the day before. Someone hit the dog and the dog about to die, and she talks to the dog in Spanish, and this is talking to the dog as if it's Teresa. I'm like, that's not Teresa, that's just a stray dog. Camilla, you going crazy? And then the episode goes off. So put your comments below. I hope you enjoyed my review. You know what I'm saying? Even though the net was getting on my goddamn nerve, but it is what it is. So thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.